Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thanks so much for joining us today. This session is part of our Proven Learning series, and today we're diving into sales opportunities. We're going to walk through how to build out your sales pipeline from the ground up, from where your leads come from to setting up your stages to track each opportunity all the way to a win. So let's get started. Before we jump in, a few quick housekeeping items. First, this session is being recorded, so if you miss anything, you'll be able to go back and watch it again. Second, we're running this in a Zoom format today, and the recording will be available in our help library and our YouTube account. All participants have been muted to cut down on any background noise, and videos have been turned off to avoid any visual distractions. If you have any questions, please submit them by emailing support@canamsys.com. On the agenda today, we will be reviewing the definitions required to add opportunities to the CRM. We will cover what a typical sales funnel looks like. Next, we will create a new opportunity. And lastly, we will cover navigating the opportunities module. Let's start with a foundational concept, the lead source. Much like a referral source, the lead source helps our business development team figure out the origin point. Where did this relationship actually come from? This is valuable because it tells you of which of your efforts are paying off. You can see there are a lot of possible sources: a consultant, a trade show, a purchased list, a national account, a networking event, word of mouth, a Google search, or your franchise network direct marketing, maybe even a user conference. One quick tip: when you're ready to upload, you can apply a lead source to all the organizations using our mass edit in the CRM, which saves a lot of time. Next, let's talk about creating opportunities in a sales pipeline. Every business moves a relationship through a series of steps before it turns into real business, and those steps are your sales stages. Some traditional ones are prospect, qualified lead, initial contact, presentation, agreement, and that first referral. Think of these as the journey a relationship takes from the very first hello to becoming a productive referring partner. So let's define what we mean by an opportunity. Opportunities are projected leads within the CRM, targeted relationships that could potentially refer business to your organization. Here's the powerful part. Each opportunity can be tracked within different sales stages, so you can always see exactly where a relationship sits in your pipeline. And this isn't one size fits all. The steps and stages may change depending on the industry type you're marketing to. The way you'd approach plumbers looks pretty different from how you'd approach property managers. We'll get into all of those pieces as we go. So let's talk about industry type. This is similar to organization type, but it serves a different purpose. Industry type is designed to help you organize the different market sectors and different strategies for the opportunities module. You can see the range here: insurance agents, emergency services, property managers, healthcare, plumbers, military, independent adjusters, commercial sales, hotels, and franchise groups. Each may need its own approach, and industry type is what lets you build those tailored strategies. So let's look at where these get set up. This is step one. The creation of industry types is done in the definitions area, and this is handled by a company admin. To find it, navigate to My Company and then head into definitions. That's your home base for setting these up. Now let's make sure your CRM actually has industry types created. You can add these from company settings, then sales opportunity, then industry type. An important tip is when you're creating a new record, make sure that the field in the title field is empty. If it's not, add new item should be selected. Otherwise, you'll overwrite what's there. This matters because the industry types you add here are what you apply your sales stages to later. This brings us to the opportunity wizard. Building your sales pipelines step by step. Opportunities are made up of a few parts, and the wizard walks you through them. Step one is your industry types. Step two is your sales stages. There's also a new piece called required stages, and if you'd like, you can create stage forms to capture additional data. Let's move to step two, your sales stages. The big question is, what is your sales funnel or pipeline? Setting your sales stages helps you and your team stay on track with the sales process. You'll recognize these: prospect, qualify lead, initial contact, presentation, agreement, and then finally, first referral. Here's the flexible part. Sales stages can be the same across all industry types or specific to each other. For example, plumbers might have a much shorter sales cycle than a property management company, so you can tailor the stages to match. Now here's a newer feature, required stages. Let's put that into context. Step one was your industry types. Step two was your sales stages. And now we're adding step three, required fields. So we're layering on one more level of structure to make sure that nothing important slips through the cracks. Let's dig into step three, required fields. Here's what making a stage required does. It will not allow the opportunity to jump past that stage. In other words, you can't skip ahead. Your team has to complete it before moving on. It's a great way to enforce your process and make sure everyone follows the same steps in the right order. Building on that, stage form items are another way to capture critical information, and they can be made required too. When a stage form item is required, the user has to fill in that field before they can save the opportunity. These are your own manual custom fields, which are either contact custom fields or organization custom fields. It's a really effective way to capture the exact information that matters to your business every time. When you're setting up these required fields, the contact or organization custom fields pull in automatically, plus any custom fields you've already set up in your definitions, so you're not starting from scratch. All that earlier work configuring your definitions carries right through into your opportunity forms. It works the same way in the organization side. Your organization fields, specific custom fields you've created. So between your contact fields and your organization fields, you have a lot of flexibility to capture exactly the data you need at each stage. Let's talk about the different types of custom fields. Because you have some options, first we have input, a free-form field like a comment box or notes area. Then select for multiple choice, like type of client, certification level, or customer class. There's yes or no, or true or false, a simple two-answer choice like did the client set up a follow-up? There's a date for a specific date like that. When is the next follow-up? There's a checkbox for selecting items on a stage form, probe meeting completed, decision maker present, follow-up set, and the radio button, also for stage forms like choosing a current provider. So whatever you're trying to capture, there's a field type that fits. And getting those right up front makes everything downstream smoother. Continuing with required fields, here's a handy detail about form item input fields. When you set them up, note that fields can also contain a field format and a mask. That means you can control exactly how information gets entered. For instance, forcing a phone number or date to follow a specific pattern keeps your data clean and consistent, which pays off when you're reporting later. Now, let's get into working within the Opportunities module. This is where the day-to-day app happens. You can create a brand new opportunity simply by selecting the plus sign. You can also filter your existing opportunities by the person they are assigned to, which is great for managing your own list or your team's. And you can filter by industry type, so you can zero in on exactly the segment you want. Once you've selected the plus sign, you're then going to go into the select option on the organization level. Once you've selected the organization select button, the system will present a list of all available organizations and lead organizations, where you can then filter and select your organization that you're creating your opportunity for. You can also associate this opportunity with a contact within that organization selected. Simply select the select button on the contact line, which will then present a list of all contacts currently residing within that organization. As you're completing this form, there are several areas in which you might want to enter data. You may want to choose an expected close date, when you possibly think you might close this deal. What's the next stage date? And if you don't have an industry type already selected on your opportunity organization, you can choose it, and as well lead source. You can also choose to update the organization record with the lead source. Probability of closing, and entering a date, a dollar amount should you wish to, and a brief description. Here's an important note. If you update the industry type or the lead source on the opportunity record, the system will prompt you to update the organization as well and fill back that information on the info page of the organization. So it's smart about keeping your records consistent. When you change something on the opportunity, that same information flows back to the organization. Now, one of my favorite features, stage colors. Stage colors let you see in real time when an opportunity is coming up on a stage. The goal is to show that color on your main pipeline view. For example, say you set a stage color for next steps at 30 days. When that opportunity reaches the 30-day mark, it automatically shows up in the color you selected. So at a glance, you can spot which opportunities need attention without digging through the details. It's a simple visual cue that keeps you proactive. So let's keep building on what we've covered. The stage, the colors, the filtering, they all work together to give you a complete command center for your pipeline. Let's look at a few more of the tools available to you. So this view is within an opportunity. You'll notice lots of little touch designed to make managing your opportunities faster and more intuitive. Take your time getting comfortable with each of them. To the left-hand side, the summary of the opportunity created, where you can go in and edit should you need to. Your sales stages down the left-hand side of the opportunity. And in the center of the screen, you'll notice we have our activity section where we can see notes, tasks, calls, events, and any documents that have been applied to this opportunity. As you are working through the opportunity, you don't have to leave the opportunities module to place a note against the opportunity. We also have the won or lost option. So if you win an opportunity, you can mark it won or you can mark it lost. If you create an opportunity in error, selecting the square with all of the dots in it will allow you to delete. Remember those sales stage form fields we set up earlier? Here's where they pay off. If you've added stage form items, you can click on the blue icon to expand the opportunity and show all the details that have been filled in. So that information isn't hidden, it's right there, one click away whenever you need it. Let's talk about the sales audit, a valuable tool for accountability and visibility. Users can review all of the activity that's been entered or done on an opportunity, the notes that were entered, the stage movements, so you can see how it progressed over time, tasks and more. It's basically the full history of everything that's happened all in one place. Next up are sales notes. This one's straightforward but important. Notes can be reviewed and added directly within the opportunity. So as you have conversations, learn new details, or want to leave a reminder for a teammate, you can capture all of that right where it belongs, attached to the opportunity itself. Now let's look at sales tasks. Just like notes, tasks can be reviewed and added within the opportunity. And here's a nice bonus. Those tasks are also visible on the organization under the activities section. So when you're looking at the opportunity or the organization, you've got a clear view of what needs to get done. Nothing gets forgotten. Let's talk about opportunity labels. Another handy way to flag and categorize your opportunities at a glance. For example, you might tag something as a hot lead that requires follow-up. That way, when you're scanning through your pipeline, the opportunities that need immediate attention jump right out at you. It makes prioritizing your day a whole lot easier. Let's talk about what happens when an opportunity reaches its conclusion. When you mark an opportunity as won or lost, it comes off the pipeline view, which keeps your active pipeline clean and focused. But it's not gone. It will still show up on the grid view, so you always have a record for it and for reporting a reference. Building on that, here's a bit more detail. Marking an opportunity as won or lost takes it off the pipeline view, but it is still showing on the grid view. And here's the helpful part. When something is marked won or lost, users are able to reopen it. So if a deal you thought was closed comes back to life, you're not stuck. You can simply reopen it and pick right back up. Let's look at the grid view. Because it's a powerful way to work, the grid view option gives you the ability to see all of your opportunities, open or closed. You'll be able to view by industry type, and you'll be able to create a new opportunity. You can set up filtered saved grid views and utilize the tools option. So you can customize the view to work exactly the way you want it to. Within the filter and tools, which work hand in hand, in filter, users can review existing filters or create brand new filters and groupings to slice the data however they like. Tools lets you select and move columns to wherever you want them on the grid view, so you can arrange your workspace to match how you think. And one more nice feature, users can also export the grid view, so pulling your data out for a report is just a click away. And that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time with us today. I hope you found it helpful and that you're feeling confident about building out your sales opportunities. If any questions come up as you get started, please don't hesitate to direct them to our support office. You can reach the team by phone at 1-866-992-2626 or by email at support@canamsys.com, and we'll be glad to help. Thanks again, and best of luck building out your pipeline.